Hi everyone, if you are struggling to find affordable skincare that's actually giving you results, I am here to take the confusion and the hassle out of your skincare choices because these products that feature in this video are not only affordable, but they actually work. So we're going to get straight on with it. If you are new here, hi, my name's Gemma. I am a qualified yet non-practicing esthetician and beauty therapist here in the UK. I love everything beauty content. You'll find a lot of that on this channel, so I'd love it if you click the subscribe button and the like button and the notification bell. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. Let's get on. So to get great results from any skincare, you need good barrier function, and I think this is an area that a lot of people neglect. If your skin barrier becomes impaired, your skincare that you're applying to your skin can't work to the best of its ability, and therefore you're not going to see the results in the time frame that you actually want to see them in. And then you assume that the skincare products that you're applying to your skin are at fault. They're the things that don't work, when actually it's your skin barrier that is impaired that is causing those issues. So for me, the start of getting a really good healthy skin barrier is to have a really gentle cleanser. A gentle cleanser that is going to take away all the dirt, all the grime, all the excess oils, all the SPF and the makeup that you have on your skin, but isn't going to strip anything unnecessarily and is going to leave your skin barrier intact and replenished and plump and bouncy and juicy and just all of the above. The affordable cleanser that I think does all of those things in abundance and just feels the texture, the consistency is so much more luxurious than the price tag would suggest is the Bioma Melting Balm Cleanser. This is such a beautiful product, very, very effective, very gentle. I would use this as my first and my second cleanse. I have dry skin. If you don't have dry skin, you might want to use something else as your second cleanse because this is really hydrating and nourishing as a cleanser. It's just beautiful, super, super gentle, contains lots of beautiful oils. It's not one of those balm cleansers that has a waxy consistency that you have to spend 2 minutes massaging it into the palm of your hand to break down that waxy residue in order to apply it to the skin. This is really soft and just so easy to use. Just take a little bit, massage it onto dry skin, massage some water over the top to emulsify the product, and then either remove with a splash of water or a cleansing cloth, whichever you'd prefer. It is gorgeous. So this has olive oil, rosemary leaf oil, sea buckthorn berry oil and grapeseed oil within the formula. It's also got some beautiful ceramides, lipids, fatty acids, niacinamide, vitamin E, lots of skin caring, nourishing and hydrating ingredients as well. And it doesn't leave an oily residue on the surface of the skin. So if you are one of those people that doesn't like to use a balm cleanser because you feel it leaves a film on the surface, this one doesn't, which is why I feel comfortable using this as my first and my second cleanse. It's lovely. The Bioma Melting Balm Cleanser doesn't contain any alcohol. However, it does contain the scent of the rosemary leaf oil. So that rosemary leaf oil does give it a little bit of fragrance. If you are opposed to that, this one isn't going to be for you, but I do think it's so subtle. It just adds a little bit of something extra and makes it feel more luxurious and more expensive, and I really, really like that. So I love this product and it works. It definitely works, even for waterproof mascara. So let's move into active ingredients. I want to talk about vitamin C first. I think a lot of people want a vitamin C within their routine, and I have a couple of options that I definitely recommend. One is for a vitamin C beginner, and one is for somebody that's used vitamin C for a really long time and might want to choose a more affordable alternative. So, first one. This is the Bubble Daydream Serum. It's such a lovely formula. It's very lightweight. It absorbs into the skin well without leaving a tacky residue on the surface. It's just a beautiful formula and it's very, very gentle. it also works. So this is going to be one of those formulas that is going to help to decrease any pigmentation that you have on your skin, any age spots, any sun damage that you have. This is not going to be one of those vitamin C's that's going to massively improve collagen production, really plumping out the skin and decreasing fine lines and wrinkles. If that is what you're using a vitamin C serum for, this probably isn't going to be the one for you, but it's a great starter product because it's so gentle. The Daydream Serum includes sodium ascorbyl glucoside, which is a derivative of vitamin C. Inherently, it is difficult to absorb into the skin, which is why it is so gentle. However, this is not the only aspect of this serum that is going to reduce pigmentation. It also has some lovely other very beneficial ingredients that is going to team together with the sodium ascorbyl glucoside to really help that pigmentation shift. So we've got alpha-arbutin, niacinamide, tranexamic acid, and licorice root extract, all of which are brightening ingredients, and teamed together with sodium ascorbyl glucoside, this is going to be a brightening mothership of a serum. It is lovely whilst also being really gentle on the skin. This has got added ceramides, lipids, and glycerin for hydration. It's alcohol-free, fragrance-free, and essential oil-free to boot. So if you are sensitive to any of those ingredients, this is going to be fine for you to use. Such a nice formula and effective. I'm a huge fan of Korean skincare products because I think that Korean skincare brands are very good at considering all aspects of the skin when they're formulating their products. They not only include high potent active ingredients that are going to target the problem at source, but they also include lots of soothing and calming ingredients that are going to make the products more tolerable for the consumer. So this next one is superb. It is super potent for the advanced vitamin C user. I cannot stress that enough. If you've never used vitamin C before, maybe try a vitamin C that is slightly weaker than this before you jump into this with both feet. But if you are an advanced user, this is absolutely phenomenal. It's the Cosrx, the Vitamin C 23 serum. It has pure vitamin C in there, so it's got ascorbic acid at 23%, but it's also got 3,0-ethyl ascorbic acid within there as well as some other antioxidants to reduce pigmentation and also niacinamide. So this is going to be one of those vitamin C formulas that not only reduces pigmentation on the surface of the skin, but also increases collagen production. So over time, and skincare is a slow burn, you're not going to see results immediately. This is going to give you plumper skin with slightly fewer wrinkles and fine lines. Vitamin C at 23% is very good at increasing the elasticity and firmness of the skin and also decreasing any scarring and pigmentation that you have on your skin. It is a very potent active, but it does have some lovely soothing and calming ingredients in here, like I said earlier. So we've got allantoin, panthenol, and licorice root extract. We've also got squalane, safflower seed oil to hydrate and nourish, and this formula is once again fragrance and essential oil free. Vitamin C is also really good at giving a bit of life back to dull skin. So if when you look in the mirror your skin looks a little flat, tired, dull, lifeless, then by adding a vitamin C into your routine you can get that really youthful glow from within. Let's move on to talk about copper peptides. I'm not really going to go into peptides in general because not all peptides are created equal. However, copper peptides I think are the gold standard of peptides. So let's move into that. The Ordinary has an absolutely amazing copper peptide solution. The Ordinary's multi-peptide and copper peptides 1% serum. This is an all singing, all dancing formula, and you can see some great results with this. And for me, it's gentle enough to use around the eye area. So if you're using a peptide serum around the eyes, you don't need to buy two different products. You can just use this one and use it around the eye area. I wouldn't get it on the eyelids, as in get it really close to the eyes, because you don't want to get it in your eyes. It is a very liquidy formula, so that could happen, but definitely around the orbital bone, totally fine. Now this is on the expensive side of affordable, but I want to put this in anyway because I think it's really important, and a lot of people ask me a lot of questions about copper peptides, and I love copper peptides. I use them in my everyday skincare routine. I just think you can see great results with copper peptides. So what results might you see if you start to use a copper peptide solution? Well, copper peptides can increase collagen and elastin production. They can also increase glycosaminoglycans within the skin, which is hyaluronic acid. So your skin might start to feel plumper, juicier, firmer, and have that youthful glow to it. You might also see a reduction in fine lines and wrinkles and sagging skin. You might see an increase in firmness and suppleness and just overall youthfulness of the skin. You do have to be consistent with copper peptides. If you don't use them consistently, you're not going to see those results in the time frame that you probably want to see them in. So that is definitely something to bear in mind, but I love copper peptides. I think they are phenomenal. The Ordinary's multi-peptide plus copper peptide 1% serum is a beautiful formula. It absorbs well, it's very lightweight, very comfortable on the skin, doesn't leave a tacky residue, and it's also jam-packed full of not only peptides but also those beneficial copper peptides as well. It's also alcohol and fragrance free. There is a little bit of a warning here. If you are a user of a high-strength vitamin C with ascorbic acid within that solution and you're wanting to use your copper peptides alongside, there is a theoretical risk, and it is only theoretical, that those two formulas may cancel each other out or cause you a little bit of irritation. So because of that theoretical risk, I would use these at slightly different times of day. So use your vitamin C in the morning and use your copper peptides in the evening. If you are adamant that you want to use both in the same routine, totally fine. That is at your discretion. I would wait until your copper peptides had completely absorbed into the skin and dried down before you apply your vitamin C serum over the top. Hopefully that makes sense. That will hopefully counteract the side effects. Let's move on to retinoids, the gold standard of anti-aging. These have been tried and tested for years and years and years, and we know they work. But what products would I recommend to you? Now, let's just look at retinoids in general. There are lots of different types of vitamin A derivatives. You've got retinil, retinol, retinal, and retinoic acid. Now, retinil, retinol, and retinal have to be converted into retinoic acid to do all the good stuff of decreasing fine lines and wrinkles, decreasing pigmentation, increasing firmness and suppleness of the skin, and generally giving you that youthful glow. Retinoic acid is the only thing that will do that for you. So the conversion process is really important. Retinil has 3 processes. The skin has to jump 3 hoops in order to convert that into retinoic acid. Retinol, there are 2 conversions, so it's slightly quicker. Retinal, only 1 step away from retinoic acid. And retinal has actually been seen to be slightly more gentle than retinol. Retinol can be quite aggressive, even at low strengths, which is why we're seeing a lot of European guidance on this, and retinol at certain strengths is going to be banned in Europe in 2026. So Retinal is taking over, and I'm so pleased about that because you can get much better results in a much quicker time frame with Retinal. And it's not overly harsh unless you jump into really high strengths too quickly. So let's go into the products. Let's look at Geek and Gorgeous. Geek and Gorgeous is overlooked so often, and it is such a great brand with some absolutely superb quality products. Their A game 0.05% and their A game 0.1% are phenomenal. This stuff is gentle yet potent. It's such a great formula, absorbs really easily, and you are going to see some sort of benefit from using a vitamin A derivative over time. Again, skincare is a slow burn. Everyone's skin is going to be different. Some people are going to get irritation. Some people aren't going to see any at all. I've spoken to so many people who've used the A game for years and years and never had any bit of irritation whatsoever. If you've never used Retinal before, my advice would be to start with the Geek Gorgeous A game 0.05. Do that for a whole month at 2 nights a week. Make sure that those 2 nights are spaced out, not 2 nights that are back to back. And then after a month, increase to 3 nights a week for a month. And then after that month, increase to 4 nights, and so on. Now, you don't need to use a Retinal 7 nights a week. I personally do because that's what I prefer, but you don't need to. People have seen absolutely fantastic results at just 4 to 5 nights a week. And if you want to incorporate acids into your routine for exfoliation, then I definitely wouldn't recommend incorporating that at the same time as you're using a retinoid, so you may need a night or 2 off. Once you've used the A game 0.05 for a couple of months, if you want to up the strength, if you can tolerate it, you totally can to the 0.1%. The reason I think these are so gentle on the skin is because they've got allantoin in there, which is incredibly soothing, and also panthenol. They've also got honeysuckle flower extract in there, which is incredibly soothing as well on the skin, which makes it very calming and very comfortable to wear. This formula is also alcohol-free, fragrance and essential oil free, so if you are sensitive to those ingredients, which I would never recommend that you have in any retinoid product anyway, because retinoids can be quite irritating on their own, then you should be absolutely fine with this one. If you're wanting something at a higher strength than the A game 0.1%, however, The Ordinary have just brought out a Retinal product of dreams that is super strong. So I've just done a full review on this, which I will link up here for you if you want to check this out in a little bit more detail. It's a relatively new product, so there are no studies at the moment to say that this definitely works. However, we already know that Retinal is a great anti-aging ingredient. We already know what it can do, and this formula, I can say from my own back, is very nice. It is a lovely, lovely formula. What I said in that video, I will reiterate in this one though. Do not jump into this with both feet without already going through the strengths of Retinal, because your skin may rebel, and that you do not want. So not only does The Ordinary 0.2% Retinal emulsion contain that 0.2% Retinal, which is double the strength of the Geek Gorgeous A game 0.1%, it also contains synthetic oat analogues, which are a key component of oats, which target skin discomfort and dryness, which is great for counteracting any nasty soreness or side effects that you may have received had this formula not contained that really soothing and calming ingredient. It also contains ginger extract, 4-T-butyl cyclohexanol, and also biosaccharide gum 1 and bisabolol, which are also calming and soothing ingredients to add into the formula to make this more comfortable to use. I would be astonished if over time you didn't see results with this. However, a lot of people will give up on this before they see results because of irritation through either jumping into this product too soon before you've worked your way up through the strengths, or applying it incorrectly. So applying it correctly is incredibly important, and you'll see all of that information in the video that I spoke about earlier on. However, really like this product. I think the formulation is excellent. I would not use this around the eyes, however, so let's look at a product with Retinal that I would. This is the Revive Eye Serum from Beauty of Joseon. It is just perfection. It's such a lovely consistency. It sinks into the skin really beautifully. It adds moisturization and hydration whilst giving you that hit of Retinal. Now this is a 2% retinol liposome solution, which is the equivalent of a 0.02% Retinal. Liposomes make this a much more gentle formula, and you want that around the eyes. You don't want to be using anything too aggressive because you don't want your skin to look worse before it looks better. Just use this consistently and you should see results. Not only does this formula have those lovely retinal liposomes, but it also has some great lipids and oils to reduce any irritation or dryness. I just think it's a great formulation and it works. Again, consistency is key. If you are wanting to reduce crow's feet and any crepiness around the eyes, this is the product that I would recommend. Let's move on to body products. And although I have been known to neglect this area in my time, I do think this is a really important area to concentrate on if you're wanting your body to look youthful and glowy. So making sure that your skin on your body is nourished and hydrated is key to making sure that you don't get that saggy, crepey skin over time. If you already have a little bit of crepiness on your body, then by adding a really good moisturizer to your routine can reduce that crepiness over time. Also, by applying a moisturizer with some exfoliating capabilities can help to reduce the pigmentation that you have on your skin that was possibly caused through sun damage. And I think that pigmentation is a key indicator of how old somebody is. The less pigmentation they have, the younger they look. My affordable body product that works is from Altruist. They do this in 2 different strengths. The one that I want to talk about is the 6% strength. This is the Altruist 6% Urea body cream. It is just unreal. I've paid a lot of money for body creams in my time. This one is super affordable and actually works better than a lot of the other body creams that have been 10 times the price. So Urea is the superstar ingredient within this formula. Not only will it exfoliate the skin, it will also hydrate the skin and leave your skin feeling smooth and moisturized. It will also help to decrease any pigmentation that you have on your skin and increase your skin's natural glow, so your skin will automatically look more youthful, less dull, less lifeless, less tired. Just beautiful. As well as Urea though, this does include glycerin, shea butter and panthenol to soothe. It's a beautiful formulation. It's not too sticky, it's not too thick, it spreads really nicely. If you don't like a cream though, if you'd prefer something that's more serum-like, I also have an option for you. This is the Ordinary's Glycolic Acid 7%. Now, a lot of people buy this for their faces, and I was one of those people. I think it's a great formulation, but it can be a little bit too irritating, a little bit too potent for the skin on my face, which is why I now use it on my body, and I am having great success with this. It is phenomenal. And a little bit of advice for you, and this was not my idea. I can't remember who told me to do this. I think it was another content creator, but I can't for the life of me remember who it was, and I wish I could because I want to give them the credit. They told me within one of their videos, they didn't personally tell me, reach out, say, Gemma, this is the best thing ever. Put a spray bottle on your glycolic acid 7%. You can buy these from a lot of places, but I just transferred my Neod superoxide dismutase saccharide mist pump. Once that product had gone, once I'd used it all, I put the pump on this and it is now so easy to apply. Honestly, within seconds, I've distributed this all over my body and I'm on the rubbing in and patting in stage. This can be a little bit tacky on the surface of the skin for around about 10 minutes, but not to the point where I can't sit down. Definitely not to the point where I can be with some creams or lotions. This is much lighter if you don't like that heavy feeling that a cream can sometimes give you. And I don't think the Urea 6% from Altruist gives you a really sticky, heavy feeling. I do think this is incredibly lightweight and absorbs very, very well into the skin. But if you're after something even lighter, this is a very good option and it does the job very well. So that's it for this video. They are my recommendations for some affordable skincare products that actually work. In my opinion, these are some products that I feel you are actually going to see some results from. Now, please bear in mind, and I should have said this right at the very beginning in the video, everybody's skin is different. We're all going to react differently to different ingredients and different formulations, and consistency is key. If you are not consistent with skincare, you are not going to see results and you will end up being disappointed. I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful in some way. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell before you leave. Hope to see you all in the next video. Bye everyone.